kanarerenda remurua ngakomali bita igagane gokua igagandi hota nowe muoyo niwe wahei Yenengwe gayumenya ningenaga unonewe tondo neunje kagawe na ukanyenda indosiove iliosiako iliante yaga maemaria nyuwaga moyo nagwa niwe wahei niwe ogi dagangwe onge penge hinya wako dingekara kada kamwe we mulenya ona utuku ne umenyake deravega maitho maku nĩ mambaraga kũrĩ ũtheri na kũrĩ
our visitors or the guests will be speaking to us today. We commit them unto you. Whatever they'll be teaching us today, Father, let it be of great essence and impact into our lives, Father. Bless them. Whatever they speak shall be unto essence into us, Father, into our lives. Bless the management of Mazao Fraternity, Mazao Group of Companies. Commit the senior management, commit our CEO and the senior management team. Give them wisdom, give them knowledge as they guide us each and every day, Father. Yes, you're giving them mandate to guide us and to lead us, Father. We always provide that wisdom unto them, impact them knowledge so that they may guide us in the right way, Father. Yes, I pray for all the employees who dedicate their time and commitment to work, Father, to get their livelihoods. Bless them together with their families, Father. We thank you and we honor you for this wonderful time. Be with us and bless us. In Jesus' name, we do trust, pray, and believe. Amen. Amen.
All right. Thank you so much. Asante sana. Thank you so much, Dr. Edwin.
Yes.
Asante Dr. Edwin. Before ukae chini, sijui kwanza uniitie Dr. Kalisa tuambie leo tunafanya nini.
Yes.
Unajua Kalisa ndiye ako na mutaratara.
Yeye ndiye ako na hiyo mandate hiyo mutaratara.
Alafu pia atufanyie introduction.
Yes.
Alafu ndivyo atuambie wenye wamekuja na pesa, wamekuja kutupatia ama kutusaidia na zenyewe.
Tatuelezea. Karibu Dr. Chris.
Yes, good morning. My name is Kariuki Bernard, mtaalamu wa ukulima hapa Mazao na Afya, na nawakaribisha wakulima wote na wateja wote katika kampuni yetu. Feel free to interact with all the people you have here. Kumbuka tuko na KCB, we have Agitech Seedlings Company, tuko na Family Smartphones, na pia tuko na watu wa electricals na mambo ya kutumia green energy, na pia of course kwa kiasi kikubwa mambo ya ukulima. So tuko nao agronomists ndani ya nyumba, tuko nao veterinaries ambao watakuwa kitupa mawaidha. So kama uko na swali, if you need some clarification, tuko hapa kwa ajili yenu. So karibuni sana. We have very interesting topics ambazo tutakuwa tukidiscuss na nyinyi, we'll be sharing with you. So kama wewe ni mkulima wa mchele, we are in ratoon period, kuja ujue ambavyo utaweza kukuza mchele wako ukaweza kuharvest mazao mazuri. Kama una deal na papai, tutakuwa tukiongea mambo ya papai. If you're in coffee, if you're in avocado, if you're in chili, all that tutakuwa tukikava leo. So karibuni sana na tuwe na siku njema. Thank you.
Dr. Kalisa, uko na haraka sana. Umeenda mbio sana. Umeenda mbio sana. Unajua kuna wakulima mnasahau lingi. Kuna wakulima wenye wanapendanga kulima nini? Hiki kitu inaitwa tobacco farmers. Tobacco farmers wanatakanga agronomist.
Hakuna mmea ambao uhitaji agronomist as long as you're in the agri business ama unafanya kilimo biashara. Trust you me, you require an agronomist with you.
Na venye nasikianga hiyo inaiazi shikwa na kigunyo.
Hapana.
Ama unahitajika kwa sababu ya nutrition.
Unajua pia ukiangalia kuna certain insects they are ama zinavutiwa na mmea fulani. So kila mmea uko na challenge yake. Nyanya utapata ni tuta, but ukienda na another crop hauwezi pata tuta huko. So they are crop specific.
Kama lemon inavutianga nini na venye ni kali?
Lemon there is a very common insect inaitwa mealybugs. Mealybugs na scales zinahitaji sana. So whether ni kali ama sio kali, they wanaipenda sana.
Na wewe muthigiriri
naguo wapata kuria the honeydew ambayo inakuwa released by these insects. So hapo kuna some symbiotic relationship inaendelea hapo.
Sawa. Lakini ya mosungwa bado ndio ya lemon.
Yeah, it's a citrus family, so ziko related.
Sawa. Thank you so much. Asante sana. Leule. Si unikaribishie Madam Karo. Unajua leo mimi nataka kwenda hivi, nataka kumwachia.
Yes.
Madam Karo, enda ukisalimia Kalisa.
So yes, karibu sana Caroline. Najua umetupangia mazuri leo. Yes, so karibu sana. Hi.
Wewe.
Ulikuwa unataka kutoroka ukienda wapi?
Mimi? Ngenda kuthii gukunda kiria.
Nini?
Tumasani.
Unajua kuna kitu wezi fanya leo, wezi niambia unataka kuhepa, ndio ukakunywa sijui nini kwa sababu
mashani.
Leo nimekuletea hadi hoteli hapa.
Hoteli?
So sijui nini unaongelea.
Hoteli si wanaweza nisaidia na hiyo? Ni wenye nimesikia ni Aging Grill.
Aging Grill wako hapa.
Nimesikia ati Aging Grill ukipewa hiyo flyer unaweza angukia, kuna yenye iko na signature na stamp. Either upate lunch,
inaanza breakfast.
Inaanza breakfast. Breakfast, lunch ama dinner.
Exactly.
For free.
Yes. So ukipatana na huyo mrembo unaweza angukia hizo flyers amebeba. Make sure umechukua. Ukipata yenye iko na sinwe naambia. Ukipata yenye iko na a free meal, unajipeleka Aging Grill, kwa pale Aging Center.
Na sasa mkiwa wawili,
si mnaweza angukia 2.
Tupewe kila mtu yake.
Voucher si moja.
Voucher ni mingi.
Ni mingi. Ni bahati yako. Yes. I
can now see. Sasa mimi nikipata akose, nimlipie?
Unamlipia of course. So kwa wenye hawajui, Aging Grill iko located pale Aging Center, iko Agitech Seedlings. Iko Motivi. Ama unataka kuniambia iko wapi? Unataka kusema iko wapi?
Ni venye nimeona ndege. Nimeona ndege nikaliseti.
Shida yako ni kuwa excited.
Unajua hizi ni vitu zenye napenda kucheza nazo.
Okay. So let me take this chance and welcome all our viewers from where you're watching us from. My name is Caroline Nyakazi and I'll be taking you through this day. Karibuni tena sana. Na leo tumewaandalia vitu nyingi. Unaona tayari watu wa pesa wako hapa ndani. Unajua wanasema pesa haipendi kelele. Na kwa hivyo usipige kelele sana.
Sipigi kelele. Mimi hata swali yenye niko nayo ni moja. Nasikia wanalipa uhai. Ni kulipa ama wanafanya nini? Hiyo ya uhai hiyo ndio nataka kujua.
Hiyo ndio nataka.
Hiyo ndio nataka waniambie. Alafu waniambie kama wanaweza nipatia pesa.
Sasa unajua ukiona watu wenye pesa wako hapa, what do you expect?
Wako nazo, lakini unajua ni vizuri pia waniambie terms and conditions.
Kila kitu utajua leo. So we have KCB wako hapa ndani.
Yes.
Au ndo watakuwa na kushughulikia saa hizo shida uko nazo za kimfuko.
Mimi sijasema niko na shinda. Mimi sina shinda. Mimi niko na pesa already, ni venye haitoshi. Iko.
Sasa hiyo venye haitoshi, they make sure utaisota.
But hiyo si shinda.
Si shida. Ni shida sababu unaona kama haitoshi unaweza sota kesho.
Hapana, siwezi sota.
Kwa hapa ku make sure utaisota.
Mimi sina shinda na hiyo kwa sababu unajua siwezi sota. Nataka tu waniongezee zizae zaidi. Kuna kitu nilikuwa nataka kufanya. Ziongezeke. Nataka uzalishaji.
Hiyo ndio utasaidika.
It's clear either way, multiplication.
They are providing all your financial solutions.
Yes.
So tuko na agronomist ndani ya nyumba kwa sababu ya wakulima. Tuko na vet sababu ya wale mifugo wako. Utasaidiwa na every information you need today.
Yes.
Nimekuambia we have Aging Grill, so ikifika ni njaa ama nini leo uko sorted. Nakwambia nimekupea free meals. Na
mimi sijasikia Aging Grill bado wanapeana kitu mtu anaweza kunywa. Kama Delmonte Balindi.
Nimekwambia sasa bahati yako unaweza angukia voucher yenye iko na drinks. Ukipata ya breakfast si chai ni drink ama?
Alafu hiyo breakfast ama lunch ama dinner ni yenye unataka ama unaenda unapata chenye kiko.
Hiyo voucher imeandikwa whatever meal.
Iko.
Yes.
Unachagua.
Iko hapo, imeandikwa hapo already.
Sawa.
We have Manesh Electronics ndani ya nyumba.
Huyu alisema wakulima hakuna kupika na kuni. Akatusaidia wakulima wakapata jiko.
Naona sasa amesema pia hiyo mastori ya tutoke tuna tururu.
Ate haya hadhina ni riri. Wewe gicagi uko kwa gicagi ndani. Stima imepotea. Kasimu yako ni ile katururu, ulikataa kununua simu na kwanza sasa ukiwa na ngiri hizi na unapewa change, uko na simu. The third thing, kunyeshe. Stima
inaenda.
Hauna backup. Sasa unaona amekupatia solar, akakupatia battery, akakupatia charger, akakupatia radio na akupatie torch kuzuia in case usirainde usiku ama umpatane na wale wasee wasikufinya.
So Manesh Electronics wako hapa kwa kukupea all the solutions. You also have a family smartphones ndani ya nyumba.
Kabisa.
Ni kwa sababu vile umesema simu very affordable. Na zikwadi na giveaways. Tunakumbuka hadi tulisema wanapeana hadi mbuzi. You remember?
Acha andi gari.
Na gari. Your Christmas is sorted.
Lakini yenye mimi nataka ni hiyo ya kwenda ati cafe.
Oh, unataka kwenda ati cafe? Unajua ni simu gani unafaa kujishikia?
Nilikuwa nimejaribu.
Watakuja hapa watakuelezea. Aya, we have BSF ndani ya nyumba.
Oh yes.
We have Agitech seedlings. Lazima ukienda mashinani usibai tu ka shopping, wapelekea hadi mimea wapande.
Imagine.
Yes.
Na nakanga nikiwakumbusha ukienda Geshagi make sure umepanda mti ya matunda. Unajua kuna hesabu nimesikia KCB wakitupigisha miaka yenye uko nayo na yenye umebakisha unafanya cross multiplication.
Hiyo hesabu yako inanipeanga uoga.
Sasa badala ufanyange hiyo hesabu ukiwa mzee, ni vizuri uanze saa hii. Panda mti ya matunda saa hii mapema.
Yes.
Ukipanda saa hii, ikifika hiyo wakati, you just be reaping. Utakuwa ukivuna matunda. Weka soso. Atia. Maitu.
Haya, tuko na Mazao Sako ndani ya nyumba pia.
Kabisa.
Pia wao unajua financial solution and all that.
Alright.
Itakuwa anatuelezea zaidi. Haya, we have customized aviation.
Nendo.
Au ndo wenye umeona ukaanza kushtuka unasema ndege zimekuja.
Oh, aviation.
Yes.
Oh, si shule.
Sasa, unaona sasa huna info. Unaona tu ndege unashtuka. Sasa nasema customized aviation unafikiria ni shule.
Oh.
Sasa wako hapa. Hizo ndege zenye umeona watakuelezea. Zinasaidia wakulima vipi.
Kabisa.
So, all those companies that I have mentioned, they are here to help the farmer.
Oh yes.
Yes. We're making sure that all the farmers, they are all catered for.
Kabisa.
Kwa kila upande. Hakuna mahali tunawaangusha.
All right.
So, allow me to take this moment and welcome our guest, Mr. Cheriot. Sasa asimpe kipaza sauti.
Yeah?
Hicho kipaza sauti ni kupokonye. So, to all our viewers, wherever you're watching us from, we have a KCB Bank in the house. Unajua walisema pesa napenda kukumbuka hiyo pesa ipendi kelele. Sijui kama napiga kelele. Acha nisipige kelele sana ndo pesa inikubali. So, we have Mr. Cheriot in the house. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
I know you have good things set for us, eh?
Definitely.
Umetutayarishia nini?
Mambo ni mengi kutoka KCB.
Yes.
We can offer a lot.
Yeah.
There's so much you can discuss. Tuongee mambo ya pesa. Na vile umesema pesa haipendi kelele. Inapenda kelele saa zile unaitumia vibaya. Inataka kukupatia mtaratara vile utaipanga ndio isikusumbue. Lakini hapa ndio utapea maoni what you can be able to do with the money that you have. Ndio wengi wanafikirianga lazima nikuwe na pesa mingi ndio nifanye mipango. Lakini tunasema chochote unacho tunaweza ipangia. Na kuna mambo mengi nayo tunaweza fanya. So at KCB we do a lot of things and we have a lot of partners. One of the partners that we have is Sanlam Insurance. And under Sanlam we talk about insurance and savings. When mwenzako anasema anataka save your life. Yes, the concept is money will help you make your life longer. That's why we're saying we help you to grow. As a farmer also we find ways to see what we can be able to do. We can support you, but you can see at Mazao you are come to create wealth through farming. That's why Mazao is there, all the other organizations supporting you so that you can get to the end result and get money. When you get this money, what do you do with it? So you see, we are here to support. We can start by helping you get you loans to start off the project, the process, the farming, the farm, getting seedlings. We can support you from that step. We can also grow with you. And you see with Mazao here, Agitech, the team, you also enable this particular person to get better harvest. And if they get better harvest, they have more money. And if they have more money, we can be able to ensure hii pesa anaipangia vipi. Because not every day you can get a successful harvest. There are days, we so call it dark days. You might not get what you want, but what you have, we can be able to help you in the future. So when you get, you don't eat all of it. So you need to start saving. And what we say is that, what do you save for? Number one, we say you have young children. Would you like your children to grow, to get into organizations, to go to the US, to study in best universities in Kenya, to Ivy League schools? it starts from saving. And from that saving is from what has come from the farm. So unatenga kidogo kando, unasema hii nataka kusomesha nayo watoto wangu. Na tuko na covers ya hiyo, tuko na accounts ya kufungua, wewe unaweka kidogo kidogo kuensure mtoto apate masomo mazuri. Kwa sababu tunasema quality of education depends on what you have. So if you want to get your children to the best school, you must come talk to us. And at Sanlam, which is one of the largest insurance companies in this world and the largest in Africa, we've come together and partnered with KCB to ensure that we can be able to give people the information of what they can be able to do as a business. But insurance is not something people talk a lot about. When you see at the bank, only nataka loan, nataka pesa. You know, tunafikiria niko na account ya kuweka pesa. But there's so much more that we can be able to do. The next thing also, we don't want to work forever. We want to live a good old life, to retire vizuri, tukiangalia ng'ombe zetu, tukiangalia mashamba zetu, lakini pia tukicheza na wajukuu, tukizeeka. So we must start thinking about what can we be able to put aside to ensure that we save to get a good retirement, so that I have money during my old age to take care of my needs. I don't want to be struggling, I just want to be relaxing and enjoy yourself. Unaona wajama wengi wanakuja kutembea Kenya. Wanaenda Mombasa, wanaenda Masai Mara. Sisi tuko hapa na hatujakanyaga huko.
Hatujaenda.
Sisi tunafikiria tu hii mbembe itatoka aje, hii nyanya itatoka aje, itafanya aje. But we must think about such kind of things. We must plan for those days so that after doing all the hard work, after doing your farm, you're seeing everything is flourishing, you must also flourish yourself. Save so that you can be able to have good years when you get older. Because when you get older, you don't have the strength of a kijana. Utazeeka, lakini uzeeke with grace. Wenye anasema anataka maisha ya sherehe, maisha ya hii anaweza salikia, anaenjoy saizi. Lakini baada ya miaka ngapi hivi? Nikikuona ni kama 50, ndio unakaa kama uko 22. Ama ni ngapi? Si ulikuwa unasema I want to save your life. That is where we want to start. We start by doing what? We save kidogo kidogo every day so that you can get.
Ameanza kuogopa na alisema anataka kujua.
Alikuwa anataka kusaidiwa na ametoroka. See, that is the only discussion that we need to have, because this money is yours. It has to be a personal decision on how to save for your future. So if you do not think about it, if you do not start saving now, then you will have the challenges in the future. So we encourage people. There are many things that insurance can be able to do for you. Like farmers, you can also insure their crops. In case of anything, you can insure your livestock. But most importantly, why we say at KCB we care about the future of our people is we want to empower people financially. At Sanlam, we want to say that we can support you to get your vision going. We can support you to make sure your children get that best possible education that is there. So there's so much you can be able to offer. Yes.
Okay. Oh, you just mentioned that you can insure your crops and livestock.
Yes.
I think that's something which is so interesting, and most of the farmers, I'm not sure whether they know about it. Maybe you can help them. How do they go about? How do they insure their crops and livestock?
So you can approach any KCB branch or any KCB agent or any Sanlam agent. They'll give you guidance. What you're saying is that hii ni mmea yako imemea. Unaona inakaa vizuri, then things can happen. They can be attacked by pests. They can be attacked by flooding, and then you end up losing everything. Yet you've put in a lot of money in that. So what happens is insurance protects that. So whatever value that you thought you will have get, insurance will give it back to you so that you don't go into a loss. Kama uko na wanyama ng'ombe, umenunua ng'ombe mzuri ya grade 1300, ikuwe mgonjwa iende. Unaona toka umeenda sana na ilikuwa inakuletea pesa. So you can insure that particular animal. So that in case anything happens to it, kama gari, unajua watu wamezoea magari, insurance ya gari. Watu wamesahau kuna insurance ya ng'ombe. So hii ng'ombe yako ikienda, unaweza fanya nini? Unaweza lipwa so that you do what? You make sure that is there. But that is what insurance does. It protects what you have so that you do not lose anything. So you can protect your assets, you can protect your farm. At the same time, you can also save for yourself and your children. Given more information, but we have people on the ground to support you, and you can also reach us online through our websites, and you will get more guidance on how to go about it.
Okay. Yes. Okay, that's great information, and umefanya vizuri, umesema they can come to any branch KCB, but I'm sure unajua watu wanakuanga funny and they are all different. There's someone who is watching you and you know, Mr. Cheriot, umeelezea vizuri sana, nataka nikupate wewe, where do I get you?
You can get me in Actually, any of the offices, because when you look at me, probably I am currently from Nairobi.
Yeah.
But when you visit any of K3 branches or any of Sanlam branches, and you want to contact me, you can get my number. They will call me. You can call me so that you can be able to engage one-on-one basis. But at the same time, we also have financial advisors who are there to give you guidance on what you need to do. Yes.
So that means you're available to help the farmer.
I am available anytime, anywhere. You can give me a call. Hawezi kwama. Ukikwama unasema tunatafuta Mr. Cheruiyot alisema kuna hii na hii, naweza mpata wapi? Watakupea namba mahali utanipata. Na nitapigiwa simu.
To our viewers mmesikia. So you just talking to any Sanlam branch. Alafu utasema kama specifically you want Mr. Cheruiyot to attend to you. You just ask how you can reach him and utakuwa umesaidika.
Yes, but any of our members is just a member. Yeah. So if you don't find me, any of our other members who are there can be able to help you as much as you wish. So we have the same information. Yeah. We just work differently across the country to be able to support and guide people on what they need to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
To a farmer who is wondering, whatever you talked about is so interesting, and I would like to be part of Sanlam. How do I be part of it? How do you become part of it?
So to become a part of Sanlam, you need to talk to one of our financial advisors so that akupatie mpango wako. Kila mtu ako tofauti. My dreams, my visions and my goal are different from somebody else. Even if mmezaliwa twins, kila mtu ako na ambition yake na goals yake. It depends at what stage of life you're in, what you want to achieve. You might be an elderly person, you don't have children. So I will not be discussing about your children's education. Dari uko na wajuku. Probably we'll be talking about how to retire in Greece. You might be a young person who has not started a family. We can talk about how can we save so that we get you there. Tunakusaidia kuweka. You might be a young farmer. You're thinking, mimi na focus yangu yote ni hapa. But you see, you have your energy put in farming, but let your money work for you. Let somebody else help you grow your money so that it can protect you. So as you're focusing on your core role, on your farming and getting money out of it, give us part of that money so that we can help you grow it. And this money can help you in the future. So it's just a discussion. We have so many financial advisors that are across the country. But we have our website, which we'll share at Sanlam. You can be able to contact us. You can contact our customer service team. You can send us an email. You can touch us online. On Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook. You should be able to see Sanlam, and you can send a message. When you comment there, somebody will call you. Somebody will get in touch with you from where you are. So you can just send an email, you can send a message, you can get us on social media, and you'll be able to see somebody will get in touch with you from where you are. So we will call you and send somebody to come to where you are to help you from where you are. You don't have to come to us. Wow. We will come to you where you are.
Okay.
Yes.
And you know, at this time tuko December na tumefika ile time ya sherehe. And then January inafika and every parent ameshikwa na stress sababu ya school fees. At Sanlam, do you have a solution for every parent when it comes to education covers?
A solution is there, but you cannot say that today I want to save for January. Yes. That's why we encourage people to start saving today so that the next Januaries and the next Januaries you will not be in the same problem. Yeah. So we start saving today so that next year and the year after you will have enough resources to take your children to school. And that is the objective of an education policy. It ensures that you save so that by the time mtoto anafika say from 1 level, because tunasema senior junior high, junior high 1, junior high 2, junior high 3, senior high, hivyo ama university, you will be well prepared. Because I started small and I was saving every other day to ensure that my child's goal is achieved. So when that day comes, kama ulikuwa ni university umepangia, unaweza kula December yako vizuri, sherekea kabisa kwa sababu unajua Sanlam has my back. And tutakupatia pesa uende ulipe school fees. But it is a long-term plan. It is not a short-term discussion because if you want to pay school fees, let's take an example. You want to go to a university. Unataka mtoto akue daktari. School fees ni pesa ngapi? Utaambiwa semester moja labda unahitaji milioni moja. So milioni moja hawezi save na mwezi mbili. Yes. So you must start small. But the sooner you start, the better for you because you will be closer to that goal than somebody who has not started. So today you have a young child, as a young farmer you have a young child, but you have a vision for them. What do you need to do? Start saving small by small so that we can give you the protection, but ensure that when that time comes you need for help for school fees, we shall be there to provide you with the money to educate your children so that they become better and help the society.
Actually that's the point yenye nilikuwa nataka wapate that if this Christmas unakula na stress because unashanga school fees inatoka wapi. If you want to enjoy your festive seasons in future, it's the high time you join Sanlam.
Yes.
So that in the next Christmas utakuwa na stress kwa sababu utakuwa unajua I'm sorted.
Definitely.
Come January, watoto wanaingia shule bila stress.
Sorted.
You have everything.
We have your back.
That's the solution for you. So all of you, as you've heard, we have solution for everything. Is it education? Is it life? You've heard even you can even insure crops and livestock. Maybe I'm sure that is something most of the people didn't know. So we are here to give you solution to everything. Thank you very much, Mr. Cheviot.
Thank you very
for
much.
that good information. And I'm sure after this, utakuwa unasikia zile contacts, utakuwa unapigiwa.
Asante kabisa.
Ama from your branches they'll be telling you. Watu wanakuja huku wakisema tunataka ile yenye Cheruiyot alikuwa anaongelelea.
Mnakaribishwa nyote. Tuko na nafasi, tuko na capacity ya kuwasaidia kila mtu.
Okay.
Yes.
Asante sana and thank you for joining us and sharing that information.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So to our MC, ningetaka sasa tunaenda to the next, which is so we've been having, yes? Yeah, najua. So we're going to our next guest. As you know, najua nyi wote mmekuwa mkijionea kwa mtandao the things that we've been seeing which are so sad. People committing suicide every now and then. Like recently we had a very sad case where a student commit suicide, and I know all this inaletwa na mental health. Na most of the time actually when it comes to people committing suicide, inakuanga na sababu ya pesa. Financial crisis ndo huwa inaleta all this stress, because if you came across that story and the narration that guy left behind, of course alisema alikuwa anasumbuliwa na the lecturer, but at the same time alisema amechoka living a lie. And why has he been living a lie? Out here people have been thinking this person maybe akona pesa, he's living well, but nyuma kume mtu anateseka. You might be smiling with people here, you're laughing with your colleagues, unaona watu wako agree. I think this is the greatest wealth, because kama mental health yako haiko fiti, I don't think you can survive. So Madam Priscilla, karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
I know our viewers are watching you from our social media platforms.
Karibuni sana.
And that they are ready to hear and listen, because najua sahi kila mtu ametegea hapa mention mental health ndo nataka kuingililia, because people are suffering out here.
Yes.
And we judging wrongly.
True.
We see people walking looking so good and kumbe they are dying deep inside.
True.
And that's why actually I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank
because
you,
I know at the end of this we'll be smiling. Na utakuwa umesaidia watu wengi sana.
Thank you so much.
Karibu. We can start with introductions. That's why we can know who is Madam Priscilla.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy and delighted to be part of your team today.
Yeah.
I want to appreciate my official sponsors today, that is KCB and Sanlam. And I want to appreciate Mavuno for inviting us to come and be part of their staff this morning. And now extend the same grace to the staff, and I mean to the customers and the public at large. I am Priscilla Wangari. I'm a mother and I'm married to one Daniel Givaka Mutugi, and I'm blessed. What I do is training and capacity building. On training, I do sales trainings, I do leadership and customer experience, but I'm also very passionate about life skills. On that, I deal with mental health issues, personal financial planning, and parenting issues. Yeah. So on that note, I'm also a counselor. Thank you so much.
Karibu tena sana. So as you told me previously that today we're going to focus with the mental health issues and financial planning, because if you fail to plan financially, that's where unajipata your mental health is not okay, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So and most of our viewers, we have a lot of people watching us from every part of this country.
Yes.
And you see, when the farmers, I'm sure they are not left out.
Sure.
Because kuna wakati mtu unajipata umelima and then whatever umelima inaharibika, so you don't have harvest.
Yes.
Hapo ndo sasa stress zinaingia.
Yes.
So that's something else. So no one is excluded when it comes to mental health.
True.
Yeah, so maybe you can start with how do you know that hauko sawa? You know, sometimes we pretend to be okay and we are not okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me first mention that when you're human, you're prone to stress.
Yeah, sure.
And there's nothing like stress-free life. Stress is what makes life worth it. Because stress is how you react to life events. And life events is what makes our life. So what determines your level of stress is how you're able to handle what life throws at you. Some people handle things with a lot of weight. Some people know how to move on very fast. Then I want to bring the approach of there's no mask we can wear to protect us from mental health issues. There's no mask, there's no gloves, which means we need to build our personal capacity to handle what life throws at you. And more importantly, how do you handle yourself when things are not going the way you expected? Whether as a parent, as a farmer, as a business person, even as a professional, even as a student, as you're saying, how are you able to handle what life throws at you at the lowest moment? Your ability to bounce back without losing yourself. Your ability to bounce back without losing yourself. Then how do you get to know that you are having mental health issues? Our bodies are like machines. When a computer has an error, it will give you a computer error message. When your body has an error, it will communicate. And some of the errors we are having in our bodies, it's not sickness, it is stress, which means you're not able to handle what life is throwing at you. Some of the signs we get are things to do with lack of sleep. Your eyes are closed, but your brain is running. We call it insomnia. So when you wake up in the morning, you're more tired than how you went to bed. Yeah. Some of us, it's our eating patterns. I never used to eat a lot. Suddenly, I'm eating a lot. That's how I rant. That's how I release my pressure. Some of us, we used to eat, now we don't. I've lost appetite. Some of us, it's emotional outbursts. Everything annoys me. Everything is irritating. But others, they withdraw. They become lonely. You find someone never used to watch movies a lot. Suddenly, they are watching a lot. They're spending a lot of time by themselves. And they used to be very social, including children. Some of us, it's the reflection on our faces. I don't know if you've ever met somebody, then they look at you and the first thing they ask, are you stressed?
Yeah, sure.
It means there's a signal your skin gave them, or your eyes, or maybe your dry mouth that communicated something is not okay. But most of the times, are we keen to focus on the signal? Like at the workplace, you can always tell when a colleague has changed. Even in the house, you can tell when your spouse or your child. Let's say you're working in a company, and Priscilla used to write, she used to know how to send emails. If she's dealing with Caroline, she will send her email to Caroline. But now suddenly she's sending to Caroline and copying everybody. Why is she seeking attention? Can you be interested? Most of the time, she's sleeping on her desk, something she never used to do. Or she never used to miss lunch, now she's missing lunch. And for our children, suddenly your child loves locking themselves in the bedroom. Then you think it's maturity. Can you be interested? Where is this child? Suddenly, privacy is their in thing. So there's always a way somebody communicates. But we are never keen to notice the behavior patterns. Yes.
That's
so it's behavioral, physical, and emotional patterns that tell you're not okay. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And there are some things I've been saying, especially online.
Yes.
Where people open up. Mm-hmm. Maybe you find someone has written a very big paragraph saying they've been going through this. Now amefika mwisho. They feel they can't do it anymore. And people will just be there like, oh, please hang on, sorry, and all that. And then after that, mtu amecommit suicide. But huwa tunafikiria when ukishaongea, maybe it's a way of relieving yourself. So why does this happen? What are we supposed to do? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, first things first. Social media has its own advantages and disadvantages. And let me talk about the positives of social media and mental health. The fact that someone can post, it means they are willing to talk.
Yeah, sure.
But again, what is the disadvantage of posting on social media? You get both negative and positive attraction, of which most of the time, the negatives outdo the positive. But now, the ability of getting that one person who will give that individual a personalized attention, maybe even look for them, call them and approach them, have a personal conversation, understand the root cause of the problem. Because telling me, hold on, is very easy from the keyboard without understanding what is my pain point. Now, if you're my friend, other than just posting, hold on, what if you visit me and we have a candid conversation? Yeah. Maybe I'm grieving somebody. I've lost a loved one, and I'm unable to move on. And I'm posting. I'm saying, since I lost my child, since I lost my spouse, I'm not okay. Then somebody will post and say, move on. Or somebody will post and say, may they rest in peace. You see, you have not helped me.
Yeah, sure.
As human beings, we are social beings. We are social animals. Presence matters. When you're present for somebody, even if you don't say anything, silence is treatment. The fact that you showed up for me. So what I advocate for is learn to show up for people around you. Learn to show up. Learn to show up and understand there's a reason why God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that you talk less and listen more. In counseling, all we do is listening. Let people talk their story. So when you show up for me, don't come with solution and advice. Don't come talking and talking and talking. Come listening to me. You might listen to me and not say a word, but the fact that you showed up for me, it will confirm to me that somebody cares. And at the end of the day, I always say, behind everybody, behind every farmer, there's a human being.
Yeah.
Behind Priscilla the coach, there's Priscilla the person.
Yeah, sure.
Behind you, there's a human being, behind your profession. So when you lose the person, you lose the profession.
Yeah.
You rather lose Priscilla the coach, but don't lose Priscilla the person. Because you can always replace Priscilla the coach, but you can't replace Priscilla the person. You can replace James the farmer. James can decide to stop farming and do something else, but don't lose James the person. You rather lose Jane the wife, but don't lose Jane the person. So I advocate that at all times in life, learn not to lose yourself. Whatever you're going through, try not to lose yourself. Then that brings the next concept of, can we embrace loss? Either loss of work, loss of trust, loss of friends, loss of money. Even as our farmers, sometimes not all seasons are the same. I can lose a whole season to drought. Yeah, I can lose it to floods. Can I learn to accept loss without losing myself? In the process of losing, don't be part of the loss. Even in grieving, I know grieving is difficult, and there is no time frame to grieve a loved one. The longer you grieve, it just proves that you loved that person. But in the process of mourning, don't die with the dead. Mourn in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Don't go into drugs. Don't go into depression. Don't go into isolation. Guard you. Learn to guard yourself. My message is, don't lose yourself. Then that means you should learn to manage what you expect. Learn to manage what you expect from other human beings. We're human. Disappointing is part of our DNA. Rejection is even Jesus was rejected. We need to learn to manage what we expect from our employers, from our customers, from our children, from our spouses, even from our government. Can we learn to manage what to expect so that we don't over-expect? I'm a Christian, and I always say in the Beatitudes, in the commandments, when I always add the 10th one, blessed are those who will not expect from others, for they shall not be disappointed. When you don't expect anything from me, you will be easy with what I offer.
Yeah.
So it reduces your frustrations around me.
Sure.
Yes.
And now that you've said you partnered with KCB, I think you are the right solution for this. Because something else that is leading people to have these mental issues is death. how can you advise? Here I am. I haven't been saving. I've lost my job. I borrow money from maybe a friend or from wherever to sustain me. Hii pesa inaisha. Sijapata job bado. So I'll approach another friend, borrow so that it can sustain me. So before you even know it, you have debts all over. Na the moment wameanza kukujia, hapo sasa ndo stress inakuingia vizuri. And you find the only solution yenye inakujia mtu ni heri tu niondoke. And unajipata that person committed suicide. And you hear it around, oh, that person committed suicide, alikuwa na madeni. So it's known, this person alikuwa na debts. Na hiyo ndo kitu imemlead to that point. So how do you go about that?
Let me take you to our recent news as Kenyans.
Yeah.
Our news has been frustrating. I watch our Kenyan news and it looks like a horror movie. 90% of our news is about murder, suicide.
Yeah, sure.
And most of the time when you analyze what is the main cause, the bigger percentage is money related. Which means as Kenyans, if we can learn to handle money, budget, okay, a lot of things will be running well. Not everything, but at least. Because like now, all these cases, especially even on domestic violence, you listen to the victims and at some point, money was involved.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sure.
So my take is when dealing with debts, first things first, you need to understand not every loan available is for you. You need to understand your ability to handle debt. Because it doesn't mean if a loan is being flocked around you or there's a promotion and you qualify, then you need it. Differentiate. When you're continuously borrowing for consumption, sooner or later it will catch up with you. What if you borrow this money and some of the money you use it for consumption, then some of the money you try and plow it somewhere, no matter how small, where it can generate and give more. But again, if you've already overburdened yourself with loans or debt, there's so many ways you can handle it. Number one, you can approach the institution that you took the loan from and request for restructuring. They can prolong the period and reduce the installments. It will relieve pressure, though the time frame will be longer, but the monthly installments will be smaller. You can negotiate and tell them they're here to listen. That's why our financial institutions nowadays, they have relationship department. So that you go and build a relationship by talking to them about your struggle. So you can restructure. Number two, you can consolidate. If you have several small loans that are frustrating you, can you look at the one that is giving you sleepless nights? No, that one is not consolidation. Consolidation is where you decide, instead of having 10 small loans, why can't I take one big one with an organization that has structures? Let's say like KCB.
Yeah.
Okay? It has structures. So instead of having 3 Shylocks, Fuliza here, Hustler Fund here, you're having several people sending you messages and calling you, which will give you blood pressure and ulcers.
Yeah.
Let me go and take, let's say, one big loan from KCB, come and clear these small loans that are not structured, that are giving me stress, including personal loans. Let me deal with an institution that understands and has structures and policies. They will not call me at midnight. They will not send a text to my pastor. They will not threaten me on the road. Okay? The other way is prioritization. You can decide to list your loans and see the one that is really frustrating and sort that one first. When it's out of your way, you will have the peace to sort the remaining ones. So my biggest message on loans is understand your capacity. But again, if you find yourself already in the ditch, can you communicate and let people, the organizations understand, or the person understand your pain point? Meanwhile, look for a way out, because digging a hole to seal a hole is a lifetime event.
Yeah.
It will never end. So take personal responsibility.
Thank you very much, Madam Priscilla. So as we come to an end, maybe I would request you to help everyone watching, because I know most of the people are going through mental health issues. We are all experiencing this.
Yes.
We are just hiding it.
Yes.
So help us relieve ourselves. We don't want to lose more lives. I don't want to lose my friends. I don't want to lose my colleagues. I don't want to lose part of my family members. Help me to help them.
Wow. Before I give my parting shot to the viewers, allow me to talk to the parents.
Yes.
Generational expectations. It has become a big issue. The Gen Z versus the baby boomers versus the millennials versus the alphas.
Yes.
I talk to Gen Zs. Our parents need to catch up and change.
They no longer understand us.
Yeah, they are vintage. They're too old school. When I talk to the parents, they tell me our children need to style up. They need to tone down. They're coming too fast. Now, this is my message. Learn to understand other people's perspectives. What you expect from a younger generation as an older person, that reality does not exist in their heads. Can you come and meet them at their point of understanding? Make people understand, learn to understand why people behave the way they behave. There's no way you will behave like your grandmother.
Yeah, no.
You're not her. And there's no way she will behave like you. So the two of you need to come to a point of understanding. As a parent, learn to communicate to your children. The modern parenting requires communication. It requires partnership. It requires collaboration. It requires understanding. It requires negotiation. It requires adjustments. Can we learn to have conversations with our children? Then it means we have to remove the entitlement mentality. As a parent, I feel so entitled. I cannot even listen to you. My word is law. So instead of earning respect from our children, we are creating fear. There's a difference between being respected and being feared. And on parenting, let me say that mothers, we need to learn to listen. Yeah. We need to learn to listen and stop being victims in our children's story. Learn to be present and just be quiet and know what your child knows. Number 2, fathers, learn to be present. We are having absent father figures. No wonder most of our boy childs are seeking attention from the wrong places.
Yeah, sure.
So parents do that. And lastly, this is what I'll say. This is what I call the AAA approach to stress. AAA approach to stress. There are things you're going through, you just need to adjust your lifestyle and you'll be fine. There are things you're going through, you just need to accept them and you'll be fine. There are things you're going through, you just need to avoid and you just accept, avoid. For example, if your payslip is not accommodating your lifestyle, which one do you go for? Adjust.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Maybe adjust the school fees, adjust rent, adjust the lifestyle, punguza sherehe. Okay? Now, if you have lost a loved one, which one do you do? Accept. If I'm your friend and I'm toxic, which one do you go for? Avoid. So list down those things and see which one works where. And lastly, learn to seek help. Seeking help does not mean you're a weaker person. It just shows that you're self-aware. And I'm urging our men to seek help because 80% of the suicide we are having is because we are losing our men. We need them. We rather, and in our society, seeking help for men, you're looked at as weak. And I always say in my platforms, we'd rather have you weak and alive than have you strong and dead.
Yeah, sure.
And my parting shot is this. It is okay not to be okay. It is okay not to be okay. That's what just confirms that you're human. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Madam Priscilla. Well heard. It's okay not to be okay.
Yes.
And I think I already have a solution. And I hope to every viewer, you have a solution.
Yes.
Accept, adjust, avoid. Once you're done with that, I don't think we'll be having any more suicide because of mental health issues. I guess you're sorted with that. Thank you very much for bringing solution to everyone. You've covered you've covered everything because you've helped every person. is it farmer, a parent, a teacher, everyone, because we are all fighting mental health issues.
Sure.
Yeah, we're just pretending to be okay while you're dying inside. So to all our viewers, I hope and I believe that Madam Priscilla has helped you today. You don't have to take those loans for you to survive. You can take a small loan and invest.
Sure.
Right?
Divide it.
Yeah, divide it. Look for a way to survive. Look for a way to help yourself with that small instead of borrowing a lot of money, having debts accumulating.
Sure.
So there's always a solution out there. Don't be quiet. Speak out. Because even speaking out, as Madam Priscilla said, it's also a solution.
True.
You feel relieved. Thank you very much for joining us
Asante.
and sharing that important information with us.
Asante.
Asante sana.
Thank you so much. If you want to find me on social media,
Yeah.
I'm Priscilla Wangari in all social media platforms. I also have a personal website. It's called Priscilla Wangari, www.priscillawangari.com.
Yeah.
And allow me to say that I've authored this small book on mental health and self-care. It's called Disconnect. It's 100 pages. If you need it, you can contact me.
Yeah.
I do these conversations in churches, in chamas, in family gatherings, in companies. I literally talk to people.
Okay.
So as long as you are where human beings are, you can have my number.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how much are you selling the book?
I sell the book at 500 shillings.
500 shillings?
Yes.
So when you wanataka disconnect.
It's called
You want to
Disconnect.
disconnect? Honor Madam Priscilla. She's right here at Mazao na Afya. You can also reach out to us at Kesho going forward, and we'll help you how you can reach her.
Asante.
In case hutampata through her contact ama hujaget utampata aje. We're here to help you. So you want to reach Madam Priscilla? You can visit us anytime. Tuambie, I would like to communicate with Madam Priscilla. How do I reach her? We're here to help you. Thank you very much for watching us. Asante Madam Priscilla.
God bless you.
God bless you too.